Hey, welcome back to Big Island Tiny Home. My name's Sean. My wife Sarah and I live in this tiny home you can see right there. That's our solar shed. We live off the grid. We live a minimal life because of the tiny home. And we also eat a plant-based diet. So these are all ways that people who are doing things that they think everybody should be doing brag. Our intention isn't to brag. Our intention is to show people a different way to do something, because we used to live in the middle of San Francisco, a massive city, and it's only been about 7 months that we've lived in this tiny home off the grid, and we've learned a lot. Today what I'm going to do is actually show you one of the ways that we like to pass our time, and that's with archery. You can see right behind us, this is our backyard. It's kind of like it's a forest. So it's pretty weird waking up in the forest every day. I don't know if that'll come out in the shoot, but if you can see behind us, that's a nice trail. And then there's another trail. They're logging roads that we live off of. So I'm gonna show you a different place that we put our target from last time. And we're kind of in the middle of moving our house. So it's an interesting view that you're gonna see. It's actually a new road that was cut. And I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so this is the entrance to the road, and you can see it right there. This is a new road. So they literally have a road going, well, a major road here. That's the original road. And in order to get our tiny home, that's the other side of the original road, to where it needs to go, and you guys have seen that if you've seen the first archery video I did. That's the spot we're gonna move our house to. They had to cut a road all the way through some forest right here. So it's pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do, let's see if you can see it. Walking backwards in the forest, not the smartest idea, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So, target is right there behind me. You can see it right there. And if I had to guess, it's probably, gosh, I don't know, 30 feet away, maybe 40 max. So I'm just gonna shoot some arrows at it and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so by no means am I an expert. That should be said first. I've shot arrows maybe 10 times total. And I've shot this bow probably about 5 times. So, what I'm looking for right now is to try to group the arrows in as tight of a circle as possible. That's really my goal right now. And what that means is I kind of want the inside circle. I'm going for right in the middle of the target. So I've sighted it in one time before. It's still not perfect. I did have the draw length done to my draw length, which is an adjustment done by someone who knows what they're doing. Because, you know, you could look all this stuff up on YouTube, but when you first get a bow, it's really nice to just have it set up. And by the way, shout out to Dad, Brian, for the bow. Thank you so much. All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, that just went a little bit to the right of what I expected. I'm not a good enough archer to know if it's just me or if it's the settings of the bow. So right now I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to shoot and see what happens. Wow. So that one went a little high compared to what I was expecting. And sometimes the little tips come loose, so you have to tighten them up before you shoot. That was just a little high. I think what I was using the middle sight. I'll just drop down to the top sight, which will drop the shot. We'll see if that makes a difference. Much better. Much better. So I'm going to start using the top sight, and that seems to be a lot more accurate. Another change I'm doing is I'm making sure that that white, I don't know if it's accurate or if it's correct to do this, but that white feather, it's not a feather, it's plastic on these, but I'm making sure it goes through. There's a little notch in what's called the whisker basket right here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna make sure that only 2 of the feathers get disturbed by the basket instead of all three. And that seems to be a little more accurate too. Yeah, that seems to work. Okay, so that was 5 arrows. I'm gonna go pull those out and then we'll do it again. So, I wasn't paying as close of attention as I could have been, and I was shooting an arrow that is completely broken. I don't know if you can see that. So one of the arrows I shot didn't even have a tip on it. And by the way, I find this strap right here really helps to just kind of keep things consistent. Oh, see, that was low. That was better. They're getting a lot more consistent. That's good. They're not going exactly where I want them to go, but that's okay. We can adjust that over time once we get consistent. There we go. So right then I was using in between the 2 first pins, and maybe that's the right sight to use. We'll try that again. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, that's 5. Let's go grab them. A little more consistent. It's good. I think if I practiced more, that would also help. All right. Okay. So it's starting to go kind of right where I'm aiming, which is good. It just means I need to be a little more accurate with the aim. Let's see if we can tighten that up a little more left. Grouping's getting a lot tighter. That's good. We just seem to be going a little bit to the right. Okay. Not bad. All right, so we need to cheat a little left. There is a way to adjust the sight so that it goes, I forget exactly how that works. If you want it to go left, you should move the sight left, I think, is the way that works. So if I wanted to, I can make that adjustment. But let's see if I can just do it. Let's see if I can just do it manually without having to make a tweak to the sight. Because again, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if I'm good enough to know if that's true, you know? There it is. That's what I'm looking for. That's right in the middle. I think it's working. That's really cool, man. That's really nice to see progress just in general, you know? High. That's all right, man. I'm happy with that. All right, I think I'll shoot 5 more and see if I can replicate what I did last time. I'm getting a little tired, to be honest, and that's also part of this game. Is how quickly can you sight in the target and shoot? Because if you can do it faster, it means you're holding for less time, you're gonna get less tired. Also, exercise. Exercise helps that, which I'm not currently doing. So, I mean, other than like lifting 5-gallon buckets of water to pour into our water system, you know, that's a good workout. Well, that's like twice a week. So I feel like I held it for a little too long then. And as you hold it for longer, you start to get tired, and your aim goes from like here to kind of big circles. So again, especially when you're getting tired, it seems like if you can do fast shots, I almost stopped and dropped it. Maybe I should do that next time. All right, one more. A little high. No, there you go. So they're getting in the right spot. You can see the grouping is starting to expand, which means I'm becoming a little less accurate. I'm guessing that's because my arms are getting a little weaker, but I don't know. So I think with more practice and more time, we can close that grouping into more of the middle, and that feels good. That's a really good feeling. I'm happy with that progress. So we'll see you in the next video.